Hi, and welcome to my channel. This video is about Google Forms, and we'll try to understand what is a Google Form, why to use it, and how it can make your life easy. Let's take a simple example, a scenario where you are a part of a group, you are an ex-student of a school, and your group is planning a reunion. And you would like to know the details and availability of others who can attend the reunion if they can. If they cannot attend the reunion, you would like to know a reason why they can't. So the challenge here is that communicating and getting the information of people, the ex-students of different batches, aggregating all the information, and possibly that information will help you to take some decisions. Decisions can be as what would be the right venue. So what information you need to have from everyone is you would like to know the name, that is possibly first name and last name. You would like to know the contact details, phone number, email ID. You would like to know their availability. Are they coming, not coming, maybe, depends. You like to know the year of passing, and let's assume that we are planning a reunion of a batch which is 1985 to 2000. And also you'd like to know the comments. You'd like to have the comments about them. If they cannot make it, then why cannot they make it? So this is something you require. So how will you get this information? So today's world, we have different modes of communication. You can have WhatsApp group. Over a WhatsApp group, you can post a message saying that okay, how many people are coming, but there can be different WhatsApp group for different people, different batches. So actually getting all the information and aggregating all the information through a WhatsApp would be pretty difficult. So let's see what can be an easier way. A Google Form is a good alternative wherein it will help you to collect data. You just have to pass on a URL to someone, and that person will just click the URL and he will get a form, he will fill the details and submit, and the moment the form is submitted, the details will be captured. So I've created a simple form, and here I've pasted the URL for the form. So first we'll see how the form looks like, and then we'll try to design a similar form using Google Forms. So what I do is I just click the URL, and you can see the form is open. The form looks something like this. So it says that school reunion. We are planning a reunion of batch so and so on 1st of February 2021, and please fill up the form with your details. So what I'll do is I'll just put in my details. I'll say Vijay Vishwakarma. I'll put my phone number. I'll not give my actual number here. I'll give my email ID. I'll choose year of passing. I will be attending the reunion, yes. And comments is, for now I'll say excited to meet everyone. I'll submit, and that's it. So once I've submitted, my job is done and the response has been recorded. So next we'll see how we can create such forms. It's very easy, very simple. You don't need any programming knowledge to do this. Let's see how it is done. So you need to open Google homepage and type in Google Forms. The first link you'll get will be for Google Forms. You can click that link. So it will ask you, are you creating a form for your personal usage or business usage? If you have a subscription for G Suite and it's for business usage, you can go with this. In our case, we'll be creating a Google form for a personal usage. So I'll click on this, and it will open a page which basically will help you to manage the forms. If you have created some forms already, it will show you the forms, else this would be empty. But it is required that you have logged in to your Google account. So I'll just click on this plus button and it will give me a designer which will help me to design a Google form. This is pretty simple. So what is the title of the form I want? I want my form to be named as My School Reunion. I'll say batch 1985 to 2000. So I want that to be title of my form. What should be the description? Description is basically something people will read about the form. What is the form all about? For the same. So this is something I'll add as a description for the form. Now I need to also add the fields of the information I need to collect of each individual. So as we had discussed earlier, we would like to get information like name. So what I want is, I want first name. Say, give me first name, and first name is going to be a short answer. So I'll say text, and I want this to be a required field on the form, that if this field is not entered, the form cannot be submitted. So I'll make it as a required field. Now I want one more, so I'll just click on plus. I'll have one more question. The next thing I'll require is the last name. I want that as to be a short answer, and that's also a required field. The next information I want is about the contact details. So I'll say, well, we want phone number, so phone number is required, so we can make it as a required field. We can keep it as a number if you want. So we can choose here what type of data we wish to enter from here. So I'll just keep it as is for now, or we can make it number. So yeah, it's number already, so you can see it's number, and we'll also make this as a required field. The next thing I want is email ID. I would say that's also a required field. And the very important is the availability. Your ability. Let's make it a kind of a multiple choice, when we can have one answer as yes, another can be no, and third can be maybe. And yeah, we would say this is a required field. The next information I require is batch, year, batch year, and I want user to enter any value between 1985 to 2000. Now, right now the form won't have this intelligence of checking whether the value is entered, whatever the value is entered is in that range or not, but we'll assume that the value entered is in that range. And the last field that I want is comments, and yeah, that would be a paragraph that can be multiple lines, and we'll keep this field as optional, and that's it. So once, if I scroll again, and I'll see my form, so I can see, well, this is the title of the form with some information on the form. The form is going to accept name, last name, phone number, email ID, availability, batch, year, and comments. So this looks good. So if I want to just view how the form would look like, if I click on this preview, it will show me the form, and the form looks like this. So I can accept the information. Submit. So once I have submitted, the response must be recorded. So if I go back to the form, I can see there is a response which has been generated, and if I open the response, I can also view the response which was given. Now if you want to download the responses, what you can do is you can click on the button here and you have an option of downloading it. You can download it in a CSV format and you can open in an Excel sheet. So your form is ready, and if you want to use this form, what you can do is you can take the preview link and you can copy the link and you can pass this link to the people whose information you want to collect. Now it is possible that you can see the URL, it's quite a big URL and you might want to reduce the size of URL. So there are a lot of sites available which can help you to reduce the size of URL. So I usually use a short URL. So there's a site called as short URL, and what you can do is you can give the real URL and say shorten URL, and it will give you the shorten URL. So you can take this URL, you can put in the WhatsApp group and you can collect the data. So if I take this URL as is and if I put it here, you can see the form is available and people can use this form, fill the data, and you can capture the data. Now after some time, if you want to close the form, or I'll say you want to restrict any more responses, so you can go in the responses and there is something called as accept responses. You can disable it, and once it is done, no more responses will be accepted. So you can say this is very simple, and you can create a very simple forms to gather data for any purpose that you have.